A very good morning and a happy Friday. Welcome to today's episode of Morning Wealth. Three things that we will talk about: Airbnb doubles on debut, ECB's policy announcement, and JP Morgan's custom blockchain. The S&P 500 and the Dow Jones drifted lower Thursday, pulled down by broad losses that offset a rally in the energy sector. Markets slipped to start the trading day, but a jump in oil prices helped propel shares of energy producers higher, allowing major indexes to finish well off their lows. The Dow Jones finished down 0.2% after falling nearly 200 points earlier. The S&P 500 was down 0.1%, while the Nasdaq Composite was actually higher by 0.5%. In the recent week, analysts and money managers have been hoping a fragile economic picture will ramp up pressure on Congress to pass a fresh fiscal stimulus spending bill to support businesses and households. Labor Department data on Thursday showed unemployment claims rose sharply last week, a worrying sign for the labor market. Initial jobless claims jumped to 853K last week, more than the 725K estimate, and from an upwardly revised 716K. The data suggests that widening business shutdowns to curb the pandemic are spurring fresh job losses. Virginia and Iowa saw the biggest increases. Continuing claims unexpectedly gained as well to 5.76 million from 5.53 million. 101 billion, that's Airbnb's fully diluted value after it more than doubled its $68 IPO price to open $146 per share in its trading debut. The shares are rallying even further. To put it into perspective, the biggest hotel chain in the world, Marriott, has around 42 billion in market cap. Not bad at all for Airbnb, especially considering the listing comes 10 months after the pandemic upended travel. In other markets, the Euro Stoxx 600 slipped 0.4%, weighed down by shares of banks and automakers. The European Central Bank on Thursday expanded a key bond buying program by 500 billion to 1.85 trillion and extended the program to at least the end of May 2022. It also increased support to the banking system through a series of ramped up measures to boost liquidity and extended a key program until June 2022. The pandemic and containment measures had more severe impact on the economy than previously anticipated, is what the ECB President Madame Lagarde said. Ms. Lagarde added that she didn't expect the economy to function normally until the end of next year. Sees a significant fourth quarter contraction, but it won't be as severe as in the second quarter. The revised 2020 GDP forecast was a negative 7.3% versus negative 8%, and for 2021 the view was 3.9% versus an earlier 5%. As expected, the interest rates were left unchanged. Staying in the bloc, EU leaders approved a historic 2.2 trillion budget and stimulus package, resolving a standoff with Hungary and Poland. The two had objected a mechanism tying funding to upholding democratic norms. Still, the measures for banking system were less than some analysts had expected. The Euro Stoxx 600, the banking sector, slid by about 2.1%. In Asia, most benchmarks ended the day lower. Japan's Nikkei 225 slipped 0.2%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng fell about 0.4%. Shanghai Composite was relatively flat, and India's Nifty was down about 0.38%. SoftBank shares rose nearly 11% in Asian trading, climbing to their highest level in 20 years. The tech investor owns nearly a quarter of DoorDash, the food delivery company that saw its shares jump 86% in its public market debut on Wednesday. Corporate Roundup: Morgan Stanley will be shifting about 100 billion euros of assets to Frankfurt, joining other Wall Street banks in moving business away from UK, is what some reports are saying. Oracle results underwhelmed. The company met on revenue and beat on adjusted earnings per share. Lululemon's revenue and profit beat, and comparable sales were lower but not as estimates predicted. Broadcom sees first quarter sales of about 6.6 billion, exceeding estimates, while Semiconductor Solutions revenue for the last period topped expectations. Adjusted profit beat by 10 cents. JP Morgan is using its custom blockchain to conduct intraday repo trades totaling billions of dollars. The bank swapped digitized treasury bonds for JPM coin an advance that's helped persuade Goldman to join the new digital market early next year. Smart contracts on an Ethereum-based blockchain allow cash and treasuries to be returned instantaneously. Other banks and broker-dealers are expected to sign up now that the product is ready for customers. Lastly, HSBC is offering its first CoCo debt in more than 2 years, which will be used to retire old preference shares and boost capital. The dollar perpetual note callable after 10 years is being offered at about 4.875. It was initially marketed at about 5.25. That's the update. We'll be taking a break next week. I'm actually taking my compliance off as well. Son's holidays have started, so probably we'll sleep in more and make some leisurely breakfast and take him around. I'll restart on the 21st, but if there's something super exciting happening in the market, you'll surely hear from me. But the intention now is to just switch off and take some time off. That's the update. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll speak to you on the 21st of December. Thank you.